10 Asian countries have recently advised their citizens to avoid traveling to the United States. Something big is happening over there, and it's worse than many people realized. Number 10. Malaysia. Malaysian travelers have reported a rise in extra screening at U.S. airports. Many shared experiences of being pulled aside for additional questioning, and some were even denied entry into the United States. At first, these incidents appeared isolated, but as more Malaysians came forward with similar stories, it became clear that something serious was occurring. Even small cultural details could cause misunderstandings. Wearing traditional clothes or speaking with a Malaysian accent sometimes made officials overly suspicious. What is normal in Malaysia might look unusual in America, leading to unfair treatment for many travelers. The Malaysian government responded by urging citizens to know their rights while traveling and to always keep the embassy's phone number close by. They advised people to ask for help if they felt mistreated during extra screening. This warning caused many families to reassess their travel plans due to the potential for a simple trip turning into a long, stressful ordeal. Number 9. Pakistan. In 2025, Pakistani travelers saw a dramatic change. What used to be a simple trip turned into an unpredictable and exhausting ordeal. New visa rules and tougher security measures meant that everyday travel to the US now involved long waits, extra questions at every step, and in some cases denial of entry at the border without warning. Political tensions between the US and Pakistan, fueled by long-standing differences, led to increased scrutiny. More Pakistani citizens were caught in lengthy interrogations and extra checks, prompting the Pakistani government to issue an official warning. Citizens were told to be very careful when planning trips to America, and reminded that even a simple mistake during an interview could cause huge delays or even a denial of entry. Families began to worry about the possibility of long lines and tough interviews, and many questioned whether traveling was worth the risk. Number 8. Indonesia. In Indonesia, news about extra checks at U.S. airports spread quickly online. Travelers, including both tourists and students, reported being held for hours during extended screening processes. Some even experienced sudden visa cancellations, and a few were not allowed to board their flights. The Indonesian government issued special travel tips aimed at protecting its citizens. Everyone was advised to verify their documents before departure and be prepared for long and strict interviews. Travelers were encouraged to connect with local Indonesian communities in the United States, which could offer legal assistance, advice, or even a safe place to stay if problems arose. Every trip now required careful planning and backup arrangements along with a packed suitcase. Number 7. Saudi Arabia. For many years, Saudi Arabian citizens enjoyed traveling to the United States for vacations and study trips. In 2025, the experience changed dramatically. Saudi travelers began reporting long questioning sessions at U.S. airports and instances of being turned away without clear explanations. Simple acts such as wearing traditional Saudi attire or politely requesting a moment to pray resulted in extra questioning. Many felt their cultural practices were being unfairly targeted, leading to discomfort and insecurity. The Saudi government quickly updated its travel guidelines. Citizens were advised to exercise extra caution when traveling, check their documents carefully, and keep important embassy contact numbers handy. The advice was clear: be smart, be cautious, and prepare well when planning any trip to America. Number 6. United Arab Emirates. Emirati travelers who once expected smooth, hassle-free trips to the United States experienced a very different reality in 2025. Many encountered long, exhausting interviews and multiple rounds of questioning. Business travelers, dependent on tight schedules for meetings, missed flights and appointments due to these delays. Extra security checks and prolonged questioning disrupted work and personal travel. The UAE government responded with new advice: review all paperwork thoroughly, clearly explain travel plans to U.S. officials, and expect longer interviews at the border. Traveling from the Emirates now required extra planning, organization, and patience. Number 5. Turkey. In Turkey, travelers began noticing gradual changes that added up quickly. What was once a routine passport check turned into an extended process with more questions and longer waits. Turkish citizens, including tourists, journalists, and activists, faced unexpected extra scrutiny, with some being turned away without warning. Political tensions between the United States and Turkey contributed to the problem. The Turkish government, aware of these issues, issued a stern warning: Every traveler was advised to be fully prepared before leaving, carrying all necessary documents, knowing the travel rules in detail, and keeping the embassy's phone number at hand. Even a small mistake could now have major consequences. Number 4. India. Indian travelers started sharing troubling stories online about their experiences at US borders. Many claimed they were treated unfairly, received strange looks, or were even verbally insulted by officials. The United States, once seen as a land of hope and opportunity, began to appear less welcoming, causing many Indians to worry about their safety. Indian government officials, particularly those responsible for student travel programs, took these concerns seriously. They issued warnings to families and students planning trips to the U.S. universities in the United States, were urged to provide extra support for international students, and Indian consulates produced guides on what to do if a traveler was treated unfairly. Efforts were also made to connect travelers with local Indian communities in America for additional support. Travel for Indians became about more than booking flights and hotels. It was also about knowing how to stay safe and having a reliable support system both at home and abroad. Number 3. China. In 2025, the travel rules for Chinese citizens changed significantly. It wasn't only ordinary tourists who were affected. Top scientists, tech experts, and professionals were also advised to think twice before traveling to the US. Instead of routine checks, Chinese travelers began encountering long, detailed interrogations. They faced rigorous searches of their work tools and even experienced sudden visa cancellations without clear explanations. The Chinese government issued stern warnings about the risks of travel. Travelers were told to expect not only lengthy questioning but also the possibility of surveillance, and many feared that sensitive personal data or confidential work information could be misused by US officials. For professionals like scientists and tech innovators, these extra checks were more than just travel hassles. They threatened professional work and personal privacy. The advice was clear: if you plan to travel to the US from China, be fully prepared and exercise extra caution with all your important information. Number 2. Iran. For Iranians, traveling to the US became extremely risky in 2025. Many reported long, confusing sessions of questioning at US airports during which travelers could be held for hours. Some Iranians were detained or sent back without clear reasons. The situation was made even more dangerous by the fact that Iran does not have any embassies or consulates in the United States. Without local help available if problems arose, many Iranian families felt isolated and afraid. Additional pressures such as sanctions and travel bans compounded the uncertainty. The Iranian government issued a strong warning: avoid traveling to the US unless it is absolutely necessary. Even a small mistake or misunderstanding at the border could escalate into a major problem, making any trip to America a risky gamble. Number 1. Japan. In 2025, Japanese travelers began facing their own challenges at US borders. Many reported being questioned longer than usual, and some were turned away without receiving a clear explanation. Japanese citizens started noticing that they were being treated differently compared to travelers from other nations. Concerns grew as reports of safety issues and violent crimes in certain US cities spread, prompting many Japanese travel forums and news sites to share discussions on which areas of America were safe. The Japanese government advised its citizens to learn more about American customs and to be extra careful when traveling. They emphasized the importance of having a clear travel plan and knowing what steps to take in an emergency. The overall advice was to be alert, respect cultural differences, and always have a backup plan. After reviewing the detailed stories from these 10 countries, key questions arise. Is the United States really becoming less friendly, or are these incidents isolated cases? How will these changes affect global travel in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know what surprised you the most. If you know someone planning to study or travel to America soon, please share this video with them. Your shared knowledge might help them avoid a difficult situation and be better prepared for their journey. Thank you for watching and taking the time to listen. Stay tuned for more updates on international travel, safety tips, and real-life experiences from travelers around the world. Remember that preparation and caution are essential in today's uncertain times.